Hello, my dear friends. I'm Dr. William Harris, and for years, I've dedicated myself to helping folks just like you folks, over 60, feel vibrant, strong, and full of life every single day. Welcome to our channel, where my mission is clear: to share practical, heartfelt advice that puts your health first. So, let's dive in. Here's something to think about. Did you know the very first thing you do when you wake up each morning could determine whether you're thriving in your 80s and 90s or starting to slow down far too soon? It's not about expensive supplements or hours at the gym. It's much simpler than that. I'm talking about drinking a glass of water. Not ice cold, not just any old tap water, but about 16 ounces of room temperature water with a splash of fresh lemon juice. Sounds so ordinary, doesn't it? Yet this tiny habit can quietly boost your energy, sharpen your mind, and help you stay independent for years to come. Why does this matter so much? Well, the Mayo Clinic has shown that as we age, our bodies don't hold on to water as well as they used to. Dehydration sneaks up, and it's tied to everything from poor circulation to a higher risk of stroke. But here's the good part. That glass of lemon water first thing in the morning rehydrates you fast, gets your blood moving, and eases the strain on your heart. It's like giving your body a gentle, loving nudge to start the day. Sadly, most seniors overlook this. They reach for coffee or tea instead, and trust me, I love my morning coffee too, but after a whole night without water, your body's running on fumes. Too many of us skip this simple step, and over time it takes a toll. You feel tired, your joints get stiff, even your memory can feel a bit hazy. But it doesn't have to be that way. I'd love to connect with you. Drop a comment below and tell me your name and where you're watching from. It's always a joy to hear from you and learn about your corner of the world. If what I'm sharing today speaks to you, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and tap that little bell. We've got so many more tips to share, and I don't want you to miss a single one. Let me tell you about Harold. Harold's 68, and not long ago, he was struggling. He'd wake up feeling exhausted, his joints ached like they were locked up, and he started forgetting little things like where he left his keys. It hit him hard. He told me, "Doc, I felt like my best days were gone." But then he started this simple 5-minute morning routine, and in just a few weeks, he was transformed. He felt strong, energetic, like he was 55 again. And it all began with that first glass of water. So let's start there with the first step of this routine: hydration. Picture this. You wake up, the world's still coming into focus, and before you even head to the kitchen, you pour yourself about 16 ounces, that's roughly 480 milliliters of room temperature water. Add a splash of lemon juice fresh if you have it, but a little from a bottle works fine too. Why not cold? Well, cold water can be a shock to your stomach first thing, and at our age, we want to ease into the day, not jolt ourselves awake. Here's why this works. While you're sleeping, your body's been hard at work breathing, repairing, maybe even sweating a bit. You've lost water all night, and by morning, you're starting at a deficit. That glass of water steps in to refill your tank. It wakes up your cells, kickstarts your digestion, and flushes out toxins that built up overnight. The lemon, that's your secret weapon. It's loaded with vitamin C and helps balance your body's pH, cutting down on inflammation that can make you feel stiff or achy. Harold told me after just a few days of this, he didn't feel so parched all the time. His energy lifted, his skin looked brighter, and he wasn't dragging by midday. Science backs this up too. A study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that drinking water can boost your metabolism by up to 30% for a while. That's free energy right from your kitchen. But it's more than just water. It's not about gulping something down. It's about starting your day with a small promise to yourself, a quiet moment that says, "I'm worth taking care of." And that feeling, it sets the tone for everything else. Now, once that water's in you, it's time to wake up your body in another way. Just 60 seconds of simple movement can change how your whole day feels. Let's talk about that next. So you've got that glass of lemon water in you, and your body's already saying thank you. But let's keep the momentum going. The next step in this morning routine is a 60-second burst of movement that wakes up your whole system. It's not about running a marathon or doing push-ups. It's about something so simple you'll wonder why you haven't been doing it forever. Let me take you back to Harold's story. At 68, Harold used to shuffle out of bed feeling like his body was made of creaky old wood. Mornings were rough, his legs felt heavy, his back was stiff, and once he nearly tripped over his own slippers just trying to get to the bathroom. It scared him. He told me, "I didn't feel old until those mornings hit me." That's when he started this quick movement habit, and it was like flipping a switch. Here's what you do. Right after that water, stand up. Doesn't matter if you're in your bedroom or kitchen for just 60 seconds. Move your body gently. Try this. March in place, lifting your knees as high as feels comfortable, maybe 10 or 12 times. Then roll your shoulders back a few times and finish with a gentle side-to-side twist of your torso. That's it. 1 minute. No equipment, no gym, just you and your body waking up together. Why does this work? The British Journal of Sports Medicine published a study showing that even short bursts of movement increase blood flow and oxygen to your brain. That's a big deal for us. Over 60, it lowers stroke risk, sharpens your focus, and gets you feeling alert without a second cup of coffee. Your heart pumps better, your muscles loosen up, and your brain gets a little boost of oxygen that says, "Let's do this day." Harold noticed the difference fast. After a week, he wasn't just moving easier, his mornings felt lighter, like he had more spark. He said, "I didn't realize how much my body was craving motion." And here's the thing, it's not about exercise. It's about telling your body, we're still in the game. That 1 minute sets the tone for everything else. Now, let's talk about fueling up right. The next habit is eating a high-quality protein meal within 30 minutes of waking. I know what you're thinking, breakfast? Really? But hear me out. Harold used to skip breakfast or just grab a piece of toast. By mid-morning, he'd feel weak, his legs would wobble, and he'd worry about falling. That's because as we age, our muscles start breaking down faster if we don't feed them properly. Here's the fix. Within half an hour of getting up, eat something rich in protein. Think 2 scrambled eggs, a scoop of Greek yogurt with some nuts, or even a small piece of grilled chicken from last night's dinner. Aim for about 20 grams of protein, which is roughly the size of a palm-sized portion. It doesn't have to be fancy, just something that gives your muscles what they need to stay strong. The science here is solid. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that eating protein early in the day helps preserve muscle mass in seniors, which cuts down the risk of falls and keeps you moving freely. Harold started with eggs and a slice of whole grain toast, and he told me, "I feel like I'm fueling a car that's ready to go, not one that's sputtering." His strength came back, his balance improved, and those wobbly moments, they faded away. It's not just about eating. It's about building a foundation for your diet foundation that says, "I'm strong enough to live the life I want." So tomorrow morning, before the toast pops, get that protein in. Next up is a habit that keeps your joints happy. Harold used to wince every time he stood up. His knees creaked, his hips ached, and he felt like he was moving in slow motion. That's why this 90-second joint mobility routine became his game changer. Picture this. You're standing there, maybe still in your pajamas, and you spend just a minute and a half warming up your joints. Try gentle ankle circles 5 each way. Then slowly bend and straighten your knees a few times. Finish with wrist rolls and a soft neck tilt side to side. Nothing forced, nothing painful, just smooth, easy movements. The National Institute on Aging backs this up. Gentle joint exercises increase flexibility, reduce pain, and lower the chance of injury. For Harold, this was like oiling a rusty hinge. After a couple of weeks, he was getting up from chairs without that old groan, and his walks felt smoother. He said, "It's like my body remembered how to move again." This isn't about becoming a gymnast. It's about giving your joints a little love so they carry you through the day with ease. You're not just warming up your body, you're reminding yourself that you're built to keep going. These habits, movement, protein, joint mobility, they're like stacking small wins that add up to something big. But there's one more piece that ties it all together. Something that starts in your mind before your feet even hit the floor. Let's talk about that next. You've hydrated, moved your body, fueled up with protein, and warmed up your joints. You're already setting yourself up for a stronger, sharper day. But now, Let's talk about keeping your mind as vibrant as your body. The next habit is a simple brain exercise that takes just a minute but can keep your memory sharp and your mind healthy for years to come. Harold, our 68-year-old friend, used to struggle with this. He'd forget where he parked his car or what he needed at the store. It wasn't just annoying, it made him feel like he was losing a piece of himself. I'd stand there blank and it scared me, he told me. That's when he started this quick mental recall exercise, and it was like turning the lights back on in his brain. Here's how it works. Before you get too far into your morning, maybe while you're sitting with your coffee, spend 60 seconds thinking back to yesterday. Picture 3 specific moments: what you ate for lunch, who you talked to, and one thing that made you smile. Don't write it down, just let your mind replay it like a little movie. That's it. 1 minute of quiet recall. Why does this matter? A study from Stanford University showed that simple memory exercises like this stimulate the hippocampus, the part of your brain that keeps your memories sharp. For us over 60, that's huge. It helps protect against cognitive decline and keeps your brain flexible. Harold noticed a difference in just a couple of weeks. He wasn't fumbling for words as much, and he felt more confident tackling his day. It's like my brain got a workout, he said. This isn't about memorizing lists or solving puzzles. It's about giving your mind a gentle nudge to stay active. You're not just recalling yesterday, you're telling your brain, you're still sharp and I need you. Now, there's one more habit, and it's the one that ties everything together: starting your day with emotional health. Harold used to wake up with a cloud over him, worries about his health, his future, even little things like the weather. It set a heavy tone for his day. But then he added a 60-second gratitude ritual, and it changed everything. Here's what you do. Before you even get out of bed, while you're still lying there, say a simple 3-sentence mantra to yourself. Try this. I'm grateful for the strength in my body today. I'm thankful for the people who bring me joy, and I choose to make this day my own. Say it quietly, in your head or out loud, and let the words sink in. Takes less than a minute. This might sound too simple, but don't underestimate it. Harvard Medical School has published studies showing that gratitude practices can lower stress hormones and even reduce blood pressure naturally. For seniors, that's a big deal, as stress means a calmer heart and a clearer mind. Harold told me after doing this for a week, he felt lighter, like the weight of worry wasn't pressing down so hard. I didn't just feel better, he said. I felt like me again. It's not just about saying words. It's about starting your day with a spark of hopey reminder that you're still here, still capable, still worthy of a good day. You're not just waking up, you're choosing how you want to live. So let's bring it all together. These 5 habits: hydrating with lemon water, a quick burst of movement, eating protein, warming up your joints, and tuning your mind and heart, they're not complicated. They don't require fancy equipment or hours of your time. But they work because they're small promises you make to yourself every morning. Harold's proof of that. At 68, he went from feeling worn out and worried to feeling strong, sharp, and alive, like he was 55 again. Here's the truth. Doctors don't always say, your mind and body don't care how old you are. They care how you treat them today. You don't need expensive supplements or miracle cures. You need habits that whisper, I care about you. And these 5 steps, they're like a daily love letter to yourself, saying you're worth it, worth the energy, worth the clarity, worth the years. So, tomorrow morning, try this routine. Start with that glass of water. Move for a minute. Eat some protein. Warm up your joints. And give your mind and heart a moment to shine. It's 5 minutes that could add 30 years to your life, and not just in length, but in joy, strength, and purpose. If this resonated with you, please give this video a like. It helps others find it too. And subscribe to our channel for more ways to live your best life, no matter your age. Drop a comment below and let me know how you're going to start this routine tomorrow. I'm rooting for you. Here's to waking up every day feeling strong, sharp, and ready for whatever comes next. Here's to living your best life at any age.